United States to fully cancel what's called wrongful unilateral tariff measures. That, according to China, of course, this a day after a U.S. federal court blocked most of President Donald Trump's sweeping levies from going into effect. The Trump administration has now filed an appeal, of course. The Chinese spokesperson termed President Trump's tariffs announced on what he called Liberation Day as a blow to global trade that have also failed to resolve any of the country's own problems, saying that all tariffs should now be revoked. This was in response to a panel of federal judges blocked some of Trump's most aggressive tariffs on China, Canada, Mexico, and other U.S. trading partners. Take a listen.
Since the United States introduced unilateral tariff measures, it has not only failed to solve any of its own problems, but has also seriously undermined the international economic and trade order, seriously interfered with the production and operation of enterprises and the people's lives and consumption, harmed others and did not benefit itself, and also triggered a lot of opposition voices in the United States.
The U.S. Court of International Trade ruled that Trump overstepped his power under a 1977. The U.S. Court of International Trade ruled that Trump overstepped his power under a 1977 economic emergency law. The law meant to handle national economic crises does not mention tariffs, but Trump used it to justify broad duties on foreign goods. The court made it clear the president cannot use the law to impose tariffs. It called his actions unauthorized. Businesses and state officials who filed the lawsuit said the tariffs sparked a trade war and caused serious financial damage. Meanwhile, a White House spokesperson slammed the ruling, saying that unelected judges shouldn't decide how to handle national emergencies. The Justice Department has 10 days to begin halting the tariffs, but it's already moving to appeal the decision. Government lawyers argued that the president had full discretion to define and respond to economic emergencies. But the judges weren't convinced, pointing out that whatever the strategy, it still has to follow the law. The case now sets up a potential showdown in the Supreme Court, one that could define the limits of presidential power in economic policy. There are also major other cases running against President Trump. Some of them are State of Rhode Island versus Trump, where executive orders for the closure of several agencies, including the Institute of Museum and Library Services, has been challenged. American Federation of Government Employees versus Trump, in which plaintiffs are seeking to stop administration action towards U.S. aid. DNC versus Trump. In this case, Democrats have sued Trump over executive order that seeks to scale back authority of independent agencies, specifically the Federal Election Commission. National Association of Diversity Officers in Higher Education versus Trump, where plaintiffs have challenged the president's order calling for an end of diversity, equity, and inclusion programs.